Hi, Jim One here with Moina Bass Fishes, and we are at Lake Okeechobee. Today was day one of practice, and this would be for the MLF Lake Okeechobee Tacklewarehouse Invitational Tournament. So, practice. We had a hard east wind. I mean, a real hard east wind. And actually, one of the best catches I've ever had out here over the many times I've been here. It was in a practice, but it was with a hard east wind. And but that wasn't to happen today. today today was a really tough day. I only had 2 bites. Well, 3 if you count the catfish, or 4 if you count the catfish. Plus, I think what I had was a couple of gar hit my bait a couple times. A lot of gar out here, but I don't know. Yeah, I went over to South Bay today and just tried to cover as much water as I could. There's a lot of boats over there. Um, I don't know. I mean, I fished there all day, and man, I just barely feel like I barely scratched the area. So I might have to spend one more day over there. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or the next day. I got to kind of consult the weather and see what's going on. But um, one thing I noticed is that we are going to have some east winds in the tournament competition. So if those east winds are strong enough, it's going to hurt some of the stuff over on the North Shore. Just depends on how easterly that might be. But I don't know. Who's to say? I don't really know. I just know one thing is you don't want to find fish in an area that's going to get muddied up by waves. That's for sure. I've had that happen to me more than once. Yeah, these fish, and it's not just me saying this. These fish do not bite when an area muddies up. I've seen that more than once, and just any pro that's spent any time out here will tell you the same thing, because these fish do not bite in muddied water at all. So anyhow, gosh, it was just tough. I mean, I kind of kept a mixture of chunking and winding baits, like chatterbaits, swimming worms. Did a lot of that, and then the other 50% of the time just flipping various things, um, really, a 2 ounce weight. I had a 2 ounce weight rigged up, a 1.5 ounce rigged up, and a 1 ounce rigged up. So depending on how sparse or thin or dense the cover is, I would choose the appropriate weight rod, the appropriate rod with the right weight on it. And and then I had another Texas rig with I think that's got like a 3/8. I think that's like a 3/8, and that's what I actually caught my 2 fish on, was that one. So it's kind of weird, but it's the way it is. So I don't know. Tomorrow, um, just gotta cover water and just hope to get in the right area, because a lot of times on this in this lake, you're looking for that 1 acre area of water where there's just a ton of fish for whatever reason. It's hard. I've never been good at predicting where that 1 acre of water is going to be out here. It's just there's so much cover. It's really hard to really. You just got to work through it and come up with. Hopefully, get into an area that's got them. So that's going to be the plan tomorrow. Is wherever I go, whether it's the North Shore or South Bay, just again cover a bunch of water, and I always keep an eye on the water clarity. The water clarity can often be a key component. I was going to say clear water, but there's nothing at all clear about the water out here. Even the clear water is like a tannic, or it's like a tinted kind of brown clear to it. So even though it might be 3 feet, you're not seeing bottom. And then of course you can get into the really just brown, just stirred up muddy crap, where it's really hard to get a bite out of that. So the 2 bites I had were in water that was more clear. So that's something to keep in mind. But man, I was in a lot of clear water today. You know, half the day I was in clear water. What would be considered clear for this lake, anyways. And that's where the 2 bites were. So, but anyways, um, what else to mention? Oh, that's about it. Nothing else. Nothing really exciting. No gators to report. Just a lot of wind, high wind and heavy overcast. I should have been biting today, and I didn't get them to bite. But anyways, thanks for watching, and over.